This Committee of Adjustment meeting of Tuesday, October the 26th, 2021 will come to order. Members of the public, staff, presenters, and members of the committee, please be advised that meetings are broadcast and recorded and made available on the internet. Is there any disclosure, pecuniary interest, or the general nature thereof? Seeing none, can it please be noted in the minutes? Our first application will be A5421, and I would ask the planner to announce the purpose of the meeting, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So the Committee of Adjustment is holding a public hearing tonight to hear 3 minor variance applications in accordance with Section 45 of the Planning Act, in order to consider applications for relief from the Township's Comprehensive Zoning Bylaw number 2009-21 as amended. The prescribed notices of the public meetings were provided by prepaid first-class mail to all residents within a 60-meter radius of the subject properties. Ministries and agencies were circulated via email. The subject properties were posted with a sign advertising the public hearing. The notices were also available on the Township's website. The notice circulation complies with the requirements of the Planning Act. If a person or public body does not make oral submissions at the public hearing or make written submission to the Committee of Adjustment of the Township of Selwyn before the variance is granted, the person or public body may not be entitled to appeal the decision of the Committee Adjustment of the Township of Selwyn to the Ontario Land Tribunal. If you wish to be notified of the decision of the Committee of Adjustment of the Township of Selwyn on the proposed minor variances, you must make written request to the Secretary of Treasurer of the Committee of Adjustment of the Township of Selwyn by mail, fax, email, or Dropbox. So the first application we're hearing tonight is for A54-21. This is at 2528 Buckhorn Road. The proposed development is for a 1,604 square foot dwelling addition and a 267 square foot open deck. And the relief required is to decrease the minimum setback from the high water mark from 30 meters to 15.3 meters to a dwelling, and from 30 meters to 13.9 meters to an open deck. My report is in support of the application, and it meets the test of the minor variance. When we have agency comments from the Autonomy Region Conservation Authority and Peterborough Public Health, both stating that permits are required and a planting plan is recommended by ORCA. These have been included as conditions of the minor variance. We also have for this one, a neighbor letter of concern from 2 doors to the north of the subject property at 2528 Buckhorn Road. The lady there has concern of obstruction of her view to the lake, as well as concerns regarding drainage and erosion, as well as contamination of water supply from a relocated or potential relocated septic system. I did respond to this email stating that, of course, Peterborough Public Health and the Autonomy Region Conservation Authority, who look after those issues, are requiring permits to review this application, and that those are conditions of the approval. Those are my comments on this application.
Thank you very much. Deputy Clerk, I understand that the agent for this property, Molly Conlon, is on the line.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And Ms. Conlon, do you have anything you wish to add?
No, I think what Per had said is basically it, but I'm here for any questions.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. Could you speak up?
Sorry, hi. I think what was said is basically covers it, but I'm here if anybody has any questions.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. And there was no one else that has come on the line for this application, Deputy Clerk?
That is correct.
Thank you. All right, I'll bring it to committee. Are there any questions? Anita?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think the report talks about the archaeological assessment required. Has that been done, or is it in the works?
Not to my knowledge. It'll be a condition of the approval that they'll be doing that.
Donna.
Through you to pair. So the lady at 2528, I assume that she's satisfied with the answer.
I didn't, I responded this afternoon. I didn't hear anything further back from her.
Actually, the application is for 2528, so it must be a different address.
Oh, sorry, yes. She's at 2536 Buckhorn Road. Thank you for the correction.
Actually,
Madam
the
Chair. So, yes,
application is for
it's, Ms. Crump is at
2528, so it must
2536
be a
Buckhorn
different
Road and the
address.
application is at 2528.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry, yes.
Thank you.
She's at 2536 Buckhorn Road. Thank you for the
Oh,
correction.
now we
Madam
have the
Chair. So, yes,
application is for,
it's,
we're
Ms.
dealing
Crump
with
is
a
at
bit of a,
2536 Buckhorn Road and the
yeah.
application- little bit of a lag.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry, yes.
All right. Are there any other questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to A5521, please, Pair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So A55-21 is for 1417 Fire Route 5. The application in this case is for a 151 square foot open deck. I'll note with this one that it's a previously constructed deck that was constructed in the wrong spot in accordance with previous approval. This was detected during a recent real estate transaction. So the lawyer found this out. So the small deck was supposed to be built at the south end of the house and then ended up being built abutting the north end of the house in the backyard. So we're just addressing the new location or the as constructed location for the deck through this minor variance and the relief required from the 30-meter setback. So that is the amendment. This is decreasing the minimum setback from the high water mark from 30 meters to 12.7 meters to the constructed site of the deck. In this case, the Peterborough Public Health provided comments that permit will be required from them. Similarly, the Conservation Authority also said a permit will be required. These have been included as conditions of the approval. I find through my report that the proposal or the site of the deck meets the conditions or the 4 tests of a minor variance. And those are my comments on that particular application.
Thank you very much. And Deputy Clerk, I understand that Anthony Sesta, the owner, is on the line.
That is correct.
Mr. Sesta, is there anything that you wish to add to this report?
Only to say that as mentioned, I just did recently take ownership and just yesterday received the notice of today's session. I just wanted to indicate that yes, I completely support the adjustment request. And I do understand that the builders of the cottage back in 2011 told the builders that told the township they would be building the deck in the same location as the previous cottage, but then they didn't. And unfortunately, this is only being determined. This was only found out around Labor Day of this year, about 8 weeks ago. They did build the deck, this new deck, a few feet to the north. It wasn't in line with what was approved, but it does actually take the deck a few feet away from the neighbor's property line, which I have a feeling was the reason why they made that adjustment. Totally appreciate the support from the township.
We
Understand
are
from
having
Mary
some
Lynn Cole.
technical difficulties and
Oh.
yeah,
That-
we're having
Okay.
technical difficulties. So after what you've just said, are you okay with the planner's report? Yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Okay. All right, and there's no one that has called in to seek opposition on this application?
That is correct, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you very much. I'll bring it to committee. Any questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to A5621, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So 85621, this is for 330 Fife Avenue. The proposal in this case is for the construction of a 7.43 meter, 80 square feet or 80 square foot pump house and a 46.45 square meter or 500 square foot open deck. The release being requested are to decrease the minimum setback from the high water mark from 30 meters to 10.67 meters to an open deck, to increase the maximum lot coverage of all buildings and structures from 20 to 22.23%, to increase the maximum lot coverage of accessory buildings and structures from 5 to 11.56%, and to decrease the minimum interior side yard setback from 10 meters to 1.43 meters to the pump house. In this case, again, the Conservation Authority has provided comment that a permit will be required, as well as sediment erosion control where appropriate. And the Peterborough Public Health is also recommending or requiring a permit. Again, my report outlines that the proposal meets the 4 tests of a minor variance. Those are my comments on that particular application.
Right, thank you very much. Deputy Clerk, did anyone register to speak on this?
We have no one here for this application.
For or against? Okay,
That's
thank you very
correct.
much. I will bring it to committee. Any questions? Seeing none, I'm looking for a motion. Anita and Donna, all in favor? It's carried. Thank you. There's no deferred matters. The minutes of the Committee of Adjustment meeting of September the 21st are moved by Mayor, Mr. Mitchell. Seconded by Anita. All in favor? That's carried. And adjournment, Donna, Anita, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Our next meeting is November the 23rd. Thank you.
Test, test. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, test, test. Hello.